Hello, boxing fans. This is Bill Stern, official film sports reporter, bringing you dramatic highlights from famous fights of yesteryear. For this one, we take you back to the old Madison Square Garden. In the night, Big Bill Brennan met Luis Angel Firpo, Argentina's famed wild bull of the Pampas. Firpo here for a shot at the great Manasseh Mauler and the chance to take that title back to South America. A big, awkward, stumbling sort of a fighter, but definitely a threat. And this was one of the milestones that led to his eventual meeting with Dempsey. Brennan gave Jack plenty of trouble when the two squared off in this same old arena. And the veteran warrior is trying to prove his right to stay with the top-notchers. For 10, yes, 11 rounds, Brennan has the edge on Firpo. This same Firpo, who almost won the heavyweight crown when he knocked Jack Dempsey through the ropes that memorable night in New York's Polo Ground. But Brennan will get in the way of Firpo's right. And the Firpo, well, his right is something that the South Americans are writing home about. In fact, neither of them are exactly tossing powder puff blows. And the battle is hard fought and close every inch of the way. This, the fateful 12th. Brennan's edge on the Latin is waning. All Firpo wants is to land one of those terrific rights, and he'll close up shop for the night. Call it luck or call it skill. The wild bull finally tosses one of those haymakers, and Brennan hits the canvas, hardly knowing what's landed on it. Firpo is waved to a neutral corner. And as the referee chants the count, it's all over. Brennan is wilted and whipped. He can't move. The referee has to help him to his corner. Dramatic finale to a career as colorful and promising as any man ever to enter the ring. In the center of the ring are two of the gamest little fighters and sportsmen ever to hit the cauliflower circuit. Barney Ross and Billy Patrol. Ross, the youngster who went on to rule the light and welterweight divisions, and one of the greatest champs the fight world has ever known. Meeting tonight in the New York Coliseum, they're dynamos in action. Fleet, fast, dazzling with the accuracy of their footwork and timely punching. It's a whirlwind of action. Patrol seeking to scale the heights, and Barney, a tough, wiry Chicagoan, just as determined that no Billy Patrol is going to block his path to glory. No pulling of punches between these two. They're scrappers right from the gong. You'd think a title was at stake. Round 6 of the scheduled 10-round go. And do you think they're slowing up? Not these two. That Patrol is a punching fool, and Barney calls on every bit of skill and ring strategy at his command. Although Ross went on to become champion of the world, experts rate this one of the grandest, gamest, cleanest, most exciting battles of his career. Not even the Ross, who drew the biggest welterweight gate on record, tops the performance he's turning in here tonight. Round 10, this is the finale, and boy, it's good. Barney's steady, consistent, pounding his left at smart. Billy is jarred and jarred badly. These little youngsters are for all the world like fighting cocks. They stay right in there until one or the other tosses the final decisive blow. I'm going to stop talking for just a minute so you can watch this exciting finale. Between two great little guys. Affectionately, Barney puts his arm around Patrol like a couple of amateurs. Fighting for glory, they exhibit the spirit that's always characterized true sportsmen. Joe Humphreys raises Barney's hand, and the crowd knows that the best man won. This is one they're still talking about. For the first few rounds, Sharkey looked like a 100-to-1 winner. For 2 rounds, Dempsey's wobbly knees are looking just like they did in Philadelphia. But Dempsey, still smarting beneath the Marines' victory, is determined to blast Sharkey off the map. The Manasseh Mauler is now the killer of old. He launches a left for Sharkey's face. And the ex-cob throws himself to the canvas, yelling the old familiar cry of foul. Was it foul? Did Jack Dempsey really land an illegal blow? Here are the slow motion scenes depicting the action leading up to and including that momentous climax. Sharkey has been complaining to referee Jack O'Sullivan that Dempsey's body punches are low. The ringside experts say the ex-cop got the left on the nose that sent him to the canvas when he forgot the first law of the ring: never take your eyes from an opponent. Okay, whatever the verdict, here's your chance to see for yourself. You'll be the judge. Now watch closely. Here it comes. That's the way we saw it. Sharkey turned his head and woke up on the canvas. Whatever happened to Sharkey, Dempsey won the decision. A knockout that went a long way towards putting him on the comeback road for his return bout with Gene Tunney. An evening long to be remembered. Turn back the clock to 1935. That clean, good-looking colored boy is Joe Louis. His opponent, Kingfish Levinsky, a tough, slugging heavyweight from the sidewalks of the big city. Levinsky, a seasoned gladiator, cocky and assured, waves to his pals. A pushover, yeah, but for whom? Even then, the Joe Louis, who was to reap fame and fortune as the deadly brown bomber, showed not one spark of fear or emotion as he awaited the clanging of the gong. But now that the gong has sounded and the mighty Kingfish takes his stance in the center of the ring, you can see that even then the word was out. This guy Louis is a killer. Stay away, stay away. Levinsky's scared to death. Never tossing an effective blow, the big palooka's down and bounces back, paralyzed with fright. And what Louis did to him that night, and to a long line of those who faced him in the years to come, we can hardly blame him. Louis tied him up, hammered him with rights and lefts to the head and body. The outcome is as plain as the nose on poor Levinsky's face. Goes again, pounded, clouted, hammered to the canvas with all the force that the colored boys command. Levinsky's a battered soul who probably wishes he'd have stood in bed. For those who've seen the champ fight, this is but a harbinger of things to come. And for Levinsky, they come none too soon. Sitting on the ropes, he's had enough. One round and the Kingfish is willing to let Louis have the crown in all the glory.